Hi Aries, thanks for watching. This is a spiritual horoscope, so please take what resonates and let go of the rest. We'll start off with some runes and then we'll get started with some cards after. And let's jump in. I'm really excited to start with these runes because I just finished making them, so let's see how it goes. Alright, what can we pull out for Aries? What's the energy? So for your current state, we have Iwas, which means letting go. So let's figure out what you need to let go of. I feel actually it's something in the very recent past that you need to let go. There's a lot of like pent up emotions and you need to let all that go in order to move forward. So let's keep going. And you've got Tiwaz, and this represents standing up for yourself. So in this situation, in the recent past, you've had to stand up for yourself, stand up for what you feel is right for a particular situation, and maybe there was some resistance, and that's where you need to let go of that and how that situation played out so you can move forward, because you don't want to hold on to that energy because it's not serving you. And let's look at your influences. Okay, there's two. Oh, and that one. Let's see what this one is. So you've got Ansus, and Ansus is about looking around you for signs from the universe that you're on the right track. So the universe wants to open itself up to you, but it's up to you to let the energy in. And I feel I may have said this last week, and I can't remember if it was Aries in French or English, but it was around writing everything down in a notebook. So all your thoughts, feelings, and even if you have a question, ask the universe a question, and then the first answer, the first word that comes to your head, write it down, because that's the universe trying to talk to you. So if you open yourself up to the universe, they will guide you in the right direction and help you through this journey of letting go of the emotions from the recent past. And you've got Awas, which represents movement. So I'm going to say here it's more of the energy changing, right? Because as you're letting this go from the past, everything that you're holding in, have that conversation, open yourself up to the universe, to receiving messages and working through those emotions to letting go. And then you've got Birkenau for the future, and that represents growth. So whatever's happened in the recent past that you've had to stand up for yourself and there was some, I feel, conflict and resistance, that's where in letting go you're going to grow from it. You're going to put it not necessarily behind you, because you can't forget it, but you can let go of the emotions associated with it. And that's where the growth comes in. All right, let's move on to more runes. What can we clarify for this? What does Aries need to know? So you have Othala, and this represents an inheritance. So in this case, I want to say it's more of the situation and what you've learned from this so you can grow, and that's the inheritance, is more around the knowledge that you've gained through this process. And you have Manas, and that represents like self-growth and harmony and all that kind of stuff. So this is where you're letting go and there's growth, because the word that just came in is accepted. So have accepted this situation in the past, you're moving on, and this is where that growth is coming in. You're changing that energy, and it's almost like it's now a new chapter of your life that's just starting here. What else can we get for Aries? Actually, there's two. All right, so let's take a look. So you've got Awas again. So the energy is changing, which is incredibly positive, because you don't want to hold on to this negativity, because any sort of negative emotions or negative energy is kind of like a blocker. It's not letting anything new come in. So if you're changing the energy, things will flow, things will feel more settled, and you'll have a different peace in your soul. And you've got the blank slate. So with this new change and new chapter of your life that's coming in, you get to kind of put your stamp on it. How you want to take a look at things, how you're approaching this situation is very key. So all this knowledge that you've gained through here and having to stick up for yourself is going to serve you in this new chapter here. All right, let's move on to some cards now. What can we get for Aries? What does the universe want to bring? Okay, so you've got discernment. So I feel here you're still waiting on some answers. And I feel maybe this even came up last week too, around answers, but that you feel like your head's in the cloud, that it's still unsettled. And that's what I'll say from that. Like, it's still feeling unsettled, but once you start trusting the universe, letting them in, things start changing and flowing. And like, I'm being drawn to here, like you are the master once you get to this future state here, this new chapter. Like, you're owning it. You have everything. You've got things put together, but things will flow when it's the right time. And because now I'm being drawn to the moons, so everything will fall into place when it's the right time, but you can't force it. You really have to trust the universe and let them in, and they'll help you along this journey. All right, there's two. What's with all these twos with you? Okay, so self-reflection. So this is exactly what you're having to do here for letting go of these emotions, is that reflection, changing that energy. So this is really showing that really is part of what you're needing to do right now. And you've got the abundance card. So we said here the new chapter is coming in. You've got the blank slate. And so the abundance can manifest itself in many different ways. It can be love, harmony, happiness, financially. Like, it can mean so many different things. So this is where the abundance is coming in and reflecting how you've got this new start and the blank slate to really create this new chapter. And how you want to go about it. This is really cool. But what I want to say too, again, it's about letting the universe in, asking for guidance, and they will answer you, because you've got all this, like, Mother Nature around you, right? That's how I want to take this card, because you've got all these wild animals and you're outside. And so this is where you really need to look around you and find even the happiness and the joy in the little moments, and opening yourself up to the universe, because they are with you. They want to help you, and you really need to let them in. And once you do, you'll find, like we talked about, the energy changing. And once you do that, you'll have that new sense of peace in your soul, and then that radiates throughout your own life, but then it impacts the people around you and who you interact with. And then the universe gives that all back to you tenfold. So this is where letting them in is such a gift and can be so powerful, because they are with you and they do want to help you out. And they do want to show that even though they're not physically here with you, that they're still here in a sense, and that they are alive on the other side. What else can we get for Aries? So you've got, so here again, like the way I want to describe this one is, we said, like, you're like the master of your craft. And look, they have the same motion here, the same positioning of the hand. So you will get everything together. And in this moment of flux right now, it's only temporary, because as you start changing your own energy and letting go, things start flowing, and you really have everything put together, is how I want to say this. All right, this is what I have for you at this time. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.